Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, your boy Yumiko, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today I've got something a little bit different, as today's video is a movie review for the film Presents. So let's jump straight into it. As I just mentioned in the intro, guys, today is a little bit of a different video from what I usually post, as today I'm going to be talking about the film Presents. I saw this film earlier today in the cinema and it really intrigued me quite a bit. So much so that I'm actually thinking about the movie many hours after seeing it. So I thought I'd come on here and make a video, talk about it and whatnot. So of course, I will be talking about the film, so there will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the film, then I would advise you not to watch the video until you've seen the movie. But if you don't care about spoilers and you just want to hear me ramble on for 10 minutes or whatever this video is going to be, then I guess this is the video for you. So anyways, let's get started. Okay, so I really enjoyed this film. It definitely kept me thinking as I was watching it. But guys, my thinking was completely off. Okay, so the start of the movie really sets off the whole vibe going forward. It starts off with an empty house going from room to room and it just being completely empty. From looking outside the windows to seeing the plain walls, to looking at just the empty closets. It had nothing in the house, and then we switch over and then here comes the future family who are going to be moving into the house. It's the mum, dad, and two kids who are named Chloe and Tyler. So it starts off pretty slow and nothing seems to really happen at first. It's just that Chloe, the daughter, can sense that something is there with her in her bedroom, but she doesn't really think too much of it at first. But then another time she's in the shower and she had some books that were left on her bed and they are suddenly moved onto her desk, which of course she does notice when she comes out of the shower, and it freaks her out, as that would freak anyone out. Anyway, moving on from that, here comes Ryan. This is Tyler's friend. He says hello to Chloe, and that's pretty much it. Then Ryan and Tyler go into Tyler's room, and they do whatever they're doing. And then, a little bit later, Ryan comes home with Chloe. They talk, they laugh, they joke, and then the next minute they're on the bed and they're making out, and then all of a sudden, the shelf in the closet comes flying off the wall and everything on the shelf ends up on the floor, and it gives them a little bit of a panic and a fright, but they quickly move past that. Then flash forward, they're back in the bedroom making out as well as doing some other things, if you catch my drift. And then this time the spirit turns away and looks at a hoodie that is hanging up in the closet. But then once things have calmed down, Ryan goes and gets some orange juice for him and Chloe hops into the shower. And then guys, this is when I started to internally scream, because Ryan pulls something out of his pocket and puts it into her drink and stirs it with his finger. It was like a powder of some sort. And just as she's about to grab the glass off the edge of the table and drink it, the spirit is able to knock the glass onto the floor. So clearly Ryan's plan has failed, whatever the plan was. And that's that for then. And then in between that, there is this one family scene that I think is quite huge in all of this. I personally think so anyway. So Chloe is telling her mum, dad and Tyler about how she thinks the spirit she's sensing is actually her best friend Nadia, who recently died from an overdose. And Tyler is being, well, a bit of an arsehole about the whole situation. He's basically mocking and insulting her. And then from the point of view of the spirit, it runs upstairs to his bedroom and starts completely trashing his room. And I mean, all the things on his desk are being thrown on the floor. His clothes that are in the drawer are being pulled out. There's posters being ripped off the wall and everything like that. So of course, the family runs upstairs and sees all of this. And then they realize that Chloe was actually right and there is a presence in the house with them. So a short while after that, the dad gets a psychic person to come into the house and tell them if there is a spirit or not. And she does actually confirm that there is a spirit in the house. However, the spirit itself doesn't know why it's there, and it doesn't know what it's meant to do whilst it's there, and it also doesn't know whether it died in the past or the present. It's not too sure about that. Then it's all fine for a little bit after that, and then the mum and dad decide to go on a business trip for a few days, which leaves Chloe and Tyler alone. And then obviously Chloe invites Ryan over, and he actually drugs Tyler. After pretending to have a drink with him, he knocks him out cold. He makes some alcohol, some orange juice, and again, another pill of some sorts. The same thing which he had tried on Chloe earlier in the movie, but this time he succeeds on Tyler and he knocks him out completely. So after that, Ryan pours another drink for Chloe and spikes it, of course. and then he makes his way up to her bedroom. And she's not really like feeling the same vibe. She's not really okay with the fact that he's just knocked out her brother. But then this is when it gets a little bit sort of red flag, like major red flags. He starts to emotionally manipulate her by crying and saying everything is his fault, which then tricks her into letting her guard down. And then he hands her the drink, which is obviously spiked, and she drinks it. And then shortly after that, she's in a state of basically no response. She can't move, she can't speak. However, whatever he did put into her drink makes her still able to hear and feel everything. At first, I thought he was going to like assault her, but it turned out he was going to kill her. And here comes another huge twist, guys. Ryan is the one who actually killed Nadia. It wasn't just an overdose. He admits to killing her best friend whilst he's trying to kill her. And she's just lying there because she can't feel, she can't do anything. She's just there in like sort of like an unconscious state. And he keeps putting cling film over her mouth and nose and taking it off, putting it back on, taking it off, putting it back on. Basically to kill her slowly while she's still alive. And like I said, she can't do anything. She's just lying there and experiencing this whole ordeal, and she cannot do anything about it. And then this is where it all comes out with a big finish. The spirit races downstairs and is able to wake up an unconscious Tyler by flickering all the lights on in the living room and screaming into his ear. Obviously, he wakes up in a bit of a panic, and Ryan isn't there. So he runs upstairs to his sister's bedroom, and he sees what Ryan is doing to his little sister. So he's screaming, he's shouting, and he grabs him. And then they both go out of her bedroom window and onto the driveway where they both die. Now, this is quite significant because the psychic lady did come back the day before to tell the dad about something about a window that doesn't open. And she looked up at that same window as she's leaving. And they both went out of that window that didn't open. So she was clearly right about that. But we are not done yet, guys. There's a big twist to come into this. And this really shocked me. So, just as the mum, dad and Chloe are moving out of the house and taking one last look around the place, the mum decides to go and look at the big mirror that was in the living room before they even moved in. It was there with the house. And what does she see in the mirror? She sees Tyler. The spirit this entire time wasn't Chloe's best friend Nadia. It was Tyler. He was looking out for her this entire time. And that twist really got me, as I didn't expect that at all. Okay, so let's rewind a little bit. And you remember how I mentioned about the family scene in the living room when Tyler was being an arsehole and then his room was getting trashed? Yeah, okay. I think this is a crazy thought, but I think that the spirit of Tyler was annoyed with present Tyler in the way he was treating his sister. Because the lady who came to the house to sort of feel out for her presence did say that the spirit doesn't know whether it's past or present. So that got me thinking that maybe the spirit is in between and the spirit is past Tyler and he's really annoyed at present Tyler for not taking this seriously. If that makes any sense. Am I overthinking this? Is that a bit too far-fetched? I'm not too sure. Okay, guys, another thing that I liked about this film, I was a big fan of the cuts that they used to tell the audience that it's a different time. It would cut pretty much abruptly and then it would be nighttime or daytime and stuff like that. I really liked the fact that the cuts were abrupt. So then it automatically made you realize that it's a different time. It's night, it's daytime, it's whatever, if you get what I'm saying here. As there were no smooth transitions in this at all, it was just abrupt cut, abrupt cut, abrupt cut. And I did actually really enjoy that. Now guys, I'm not a big horror guy. I've never really been into big horror films as they're not really for me. And this film isn't really horror. It's more of like a psychological thriller horror, which is something I might need to look more into because I really like this genre. As I'm still thinking about this movie right now. Whilst I did enjoy this movie, the main reason why I went to go and see it was for the one and only Lucy Liu. And I just feel like any film that's got Lucy Liu in it is going to be a fantastic time and it's always going to be worth your time and your money, as you know that she's always going to do a fantastic job. And I just feel like she's one of them actresses where you know it's going to be a good time, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's Presence. I thought it was a great movie. I really enjoyed my time watching. It was definitely worth the price of admission. I would say so anyway. So if this is showing in a cinema near you, I would totally recommend this film for you guys to go and watch it and see if you like it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But if you have seen the film, please let me know down in the comments below, as I'd love to hear everyone's opinion on the film. Maybe we have different opinions and stuff like that. So yeah guys, that's everything for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Obviously, this is my first movie review. It could be the first of many. It could be the very last one I ever do. I'm not too sure, but if I do continue to do this in the future, I will try a better way to structure the video. However, I still hope the video was enjoyable for you guys. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all on the next video. Goodbye.